Today is the day that I'm finally getting back into a normal-ish car after like 5 years, and I gotta fly somewhere to pick it up. I just love driving the van.
Yeah.
What's going on, everyone? Back with another episode of Stuff and Things. It has been roughly 5 years since I've been without a normal vehicle, and I'm saying normal vehicle in the sense of something smaller than the Sat Van, smaller than the Tacoma, something that's fun and easier to drive. A lot of people will refer to a vehicle like this as a daily driver. Now, daily driving the Sat Van or my Tacoma, it's doable, but both of these vehicles are purpose-built off-road rigs. You can drive them on the road, of course, but I really built them to perform really well off-road, so they don't do a lot of on-road stuff all that well. Now, when do you think this whole thing started?
Like a year ago?
Yeah, almost a year ago. Some of you guys may think that this whole journey started in June of last year, of 2022, because I posted a video called Daily Driver Shopping. It was a Moto Monday video. I rode around town on my Grom, just kind of looking at what different dealerships, manufacturers, and what this whole area had to offer as far as a daily driver type of car that I wanted to own. Daily driving this thing or the Tacoma every single day started becoming a little bit more of a hassle than it really needed to be, so I started saving up money and kind of getting my criteria together for a new car. One, something smaller and compact. Anything is basically smaller than the Sprinter van. There's still a lot of stuff out there that's smaller than the Tacoma. I wanted something a little bit more nimble, I guess. Something for on-road use. I then wanted something with good fuel economy. What's our fuel economy right now in the van? Currently 9.3 or 12.6 miles per gallon, depending on where we've been driving, stuff like that. The Tacoma, it's not great either, especially for like around town city driving. So I wanted this new vehicle to get better gas mileage, which is not hard to beat with these two vehicles. My next criteria really narrowed down everything that I wanted. I wanted a manual transmission. I haven't had a manual car since 5 years ago when I sold my Subaru STI. So that was a very limiting criteria because stick shift's kind of dying, which is a shame. And then the fourth thing, kind of in line with the whole manual transmission, I wanted the car to be fun. Preferably, I wanted it to be a sports car. And again, the options are pretty limited. If you could have any sports car right now, what would it be? What's your dream car?
65 Mustang.
65 Mustang? Fastback?
Yeah.
Wow.
In Tiffany blue.
In Tiffany blue. You had me until the color choice. See you later.
Keep it sleazy.
Now, going into this decision, I knew I wanted to buy something new because back in April when this whole process started, the used market was insane. It has since cooled off a lot, but people were asking ridiculous prices for some pretty used and beat up vehicles. Now, there's definitely pros and cons to buying new versus buying used, but essentially I wanted to buy new because I wanted the reliability of a brand new car. Generally, it's pretty damn good. And I also didn't want to worry about the previous history of buying a used vehicle. I didn't want to have any headaches that were left over from the previous owner when I don't truly know the history of how that vehicle was treated. So I began digging in, researching new vehicles that crossed off all of the criteria that I was interested in. And when it comes to a manual transmission sports car in today's day and age, unfortunately, it's kind of dwindling. There aren't a whole lot of choices out there, but these are the choices that caught my eye and I dug into a little bit deeper than anything else. So in no particular order, there was the Honda Civic, like the Type R, the Acura Integra. Cool cars, but I never really got attached to the Honda brand, at least for vehicles. I've owned a few of their motorcycles and they were nice. And then there is the BMW M3s, M4s, great performance cars, fun vehicles, but not quite the style that I was going for, not the style I wanted. Then there were the muscle cars, Camaros, Challengers, Mustangs. I can definitely appreciate high horsepower vehicles like that, but generally speaking, they are fairly heavy, not great on fuel economy, and those were kind of off my list right from the jump. And then the weird category of brands that I've really never vibed with, but I guess I can still appreciate them to an extent. The Hyundai Veloster N, the Kia Stinger, and then the Mazda 3s or Mazda Miata. Mazda Miatas are super fun and most car enthusiasts definitely like them. I've never owned one, but at this time I just knew it was not for me. And then of course you have the Subaru WRX. I've been there, I've done that, wasn't ready to go down that path again. So that then brought me to the almost winners. We have things like the Volkswagen Golf R. All-wheel drive, great performance. I've actually owned a Volkswagen in the past and I knew that wasn't for me. And then we're getting closer, looking at the Nissan Z. They are super hard to get right now. They have some great specs. I don't absolutely love the styling of them. If I could have seen one in person, maybe test drove one, could have changed my mind, but I knew that wasn't it either. And then one of the newest releases from Toyota, the GR Corolla. Crazy horsepower out of a 3-cylinder motor. We're talking almost 100 horsepower per cylinder. That is also super difficult to get right now. I don't know when we will ever see those on the road, but I wanted something sooner than waiting forever, even though I've already been waiting forever. And then we can get into absolute dream car status where price doesn't matter. I could just get absolutely any car that I wanted. My tastes have changed as of recently. If I had the absolute choice of any vehicle and price didn't matter, as of right now, this may not be like absolute dream car for a lot of people, but I would opt for a Porsche 718 Cayman GT4 RS, which is the newest version that they've released of the Cayman. But I can't afford that.
Oh, there you go.
As you find your seats, push your larger bags and open.
Thank you.
Bye-bye, thank you.
After weighing all of my options for things that were available back in April of last year, I decided that the best vehicle for me, given all my criteria, would be the all-new Toyota GR86. This car is small and compact. It is a manual transmission. It's relatively cost-effective too for what you're getting. It's a small, fun-to-drive, fuel-efficient sports car, and that's what I ended up putting my deposit down on. So I put my deposit down, and then I waited, and waited, and waited, and waited, and 7 months later, it was October of 2022. That is when I started getting impatient, and I mean, as a normal person would, I guess. There's supply chain issues, there's a ton of stuff going on in the world, so I had no update from my local dealer that I ordered it through. No build date, no VIN number, nothing. So that's when I had the choice to just keep waiting with absolutely no ETA on anything, or I could start weighing my options and looking at all of these other vehicles that I was looking at. I was so impatient that I went to 5 other dealers around the Colorado area looking and putting deposits down at different dealerships. Couldn't find anything, had no luck, until I asked for some help through social media actually. I posted on Instagram, hey, does anyone work at a Toyota dealership that could help me out with something? After asking for some help on social media, it took only about an hour until I got an email from this guy right here.
The wait is over, brother. How
Look
you
at
doing?
this thing. Can I take this instead?
You can drive it back if you want.
I'm good, I'll let you drive.
So this right here is Peyton. He's the one who emailed me. How did you even know who I was? Do you watch Tacoma stuff?
Yeah, Tacoma stuff. Obviously, being a dealer, working for a dealership my whole life.
And some of the guys at the shop watch too?
Oh yeah. Yeah.
Perfect.
And even a couple of my buddies. One of my buddies was walking his dog, and I was like, "Hey, Town's gonna come pick up a car," and his wife was like, "The dude with the beard, Sunday Gunday."
Yeah. I gotta bring Sunday Gunday back soon. So I told him my whole story, how I went to my local dealer looking for an 86. I went to a bunch of other dealers, and he was like, "Dude, I know who you are, I know what you do, I'd love to help you out." And that basically fast forwards us to today. So that was October, November, December, January,
4 months.
February.
4 months later.
So 4 impatient months of waiting, and today's the day. We're headed to, not actually Tulsa, Oklahoma, that's where I landed, but we're heading up to Independence, Kansas, Quality Toyota, and you guys are about to see the new ride.
Small town America. That's where we're headed.
Everyone knows on my channel that I like talk shit on Kansas all the time because I always just drive through it on 70. Independence has the very high probability of being my favorite place in Kansas just for today.
It should be a good time. We've got it ready to go for you, and we're looking forward to it.
Hell yeah. All right, we're here at Quality Toyota about an hour later, hour drive from Tulsa, and I'm looking at the new car right now.
Brand new 86, dude. It is sweet.
I'm really trying to hold back my excitement right now, but let's go look at this
Check
thing.
it out.
So it's raining right now. It's not great out here, but opening the door for me and everything.
It's a little dirty. We've been driving it a little bit.
All right, if you made it this far, you should probably know that I'm joking a little bit. I'm more excited about the car that I'm getting today because it's not the GR86. Because I had such a hard time finding this vehicle and I waited longer and longer, I was able to save up more money. And this is really thanks to Peyton, but this is my actual new car.
Check it out, brother.
So this is truly my new daily driver. It's a little crazy for a daily driver, but kind of like my realistic dream car right now. Mark V Supra GR Premium. It's a 3.0 inline 6-cylinder turbocharged proper sports car. It's been a while since I've driven a sports car.
I like the bus dragging on the ground, but
it's very low. I'm going to, I guess I'll bring my camera with, but this is a little nerve-wracking, not gonna lie. In the cockpit here, I honestly really know nothing about this other than research that I've done online because I was never able to sit in one of these. The main kicker is that it's a 6-speed, which you don't see very often at all.
this is the first and only one we'll probably get. Had to call in a favor to get this, but we got it done, and I'm glad we did.
I appreciate you so much, man. All right, when's the last time I drove stick?
Yeah.
Wow. Dude, this feels so small.
I know, it's going to.
It feels
now,
so small. So, electronic brake.
Yep.
Where are we going? This way?
You're driving.
I don't know this place.
In town, take a right, but if you want to go back out on the highway, take a left.
Okay.
When is the last time you drove a stick?
Probably like my buddy's car last year around
Really?
Christmas time, yeah. I mean, that's something you pick up pretty quickly.
Yeah.
Oh, there's a heads-up display?
Yep.
Dude, this is all like normal stuff for some people, but I haven't had like a new car in such a long time. Of course, I picked this up on a day that it's raining, so I don't want to like slam on it too much, but I'm already speeding. Probably shouldn't speed in a car that I didn't actually buy this yet. Well, the deed has been done. I am now the proud owner of a Mark V Supra. It's still kind of like unreal to me. This feels way different than when I bought my STI. It's just different caliber of car, and I don't really have any more words for it, but I have to give a huge thank you to Peyton and everyone here at Quality Toyota in Independence, Kansas. If you guys are looking for a vehicle, buying experience here has been phenomenal. They're actually selling that Tundra right there that I got picked up in the airport with. So if anyone out there is in the market for a brand new Tundra, that one is on the market. Now I have a lot to say about this vehicle and how it came to fruition, the partnership between BMW and Toyota, and how this thing came to life. I've done almost a year's worth of research on this thing, and being the new hotness of a 6-speed manual transmission, it's gonna be a fun drive home. I'm gonna bring you guys a lot more content on this vehicle, of course, over the next couple of weeks, and I guess I'm gonna document my almost 600-mile drive home back to Colorado. Let's get the quick start up here. Ooh. I'm so stoked on this thing. Hopefully you guys are stoked on this as well, because there's a good chance I'm going to be making a lot of videos with this car. So that is all that I had for today. If you guys are new to this channel, consider clicking subscribe and make new videos every week. As always, thank you for watching, and I will talk to you in the next one.